Hey, it's James in the Plant Food Kitchen, and today I'm going to just go with spontaneity. I have some incredible microgreen sunflower sprouts, one of my favorites, that are just begging me to use them, and I thought I'd show you how I actually like making a salad, not with dark leafy greens. And it doesn't always have to be that. If you get into growing microgreens, you can come up with salad combinations that just use microgreens. So here I have my sunflower sprouts. I've got just things that I spontaneously gathered from the fridge. Some tomatoes, some carrots, some cabbage, different herbs, onion, greens from some scallions that I have growing in jars around the kitchen. And I'm going to make a salad. And so let's just take the adventure together. So let me start by going over my sunflower sprouts. And these are grown on hemp. And you can see these little fibrous sheets of hemp in here. They're very thin that I just put the seeds on, or the oiled black sunflower seeds that you buy for sprouting sunflowers. These are grown hydroponically. You can see all the roots are in the water there. And they do have a point where when they get at a certain size, there is some seed heads that need to be popped off here. I've already done this to the whole tray. But these little black seed heads, you got to take them off. And that pretty much looks like that's all of them. Then I can just take my scissors. Now, the beauty of not doing soil on these is that they're super clean. Super clean. All they've seen is water and that hemp growing sheet that's under them. So I can just harvest them and put them right into the salad. I don't even have to go over and wash them off because I know they're clean. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm just taking my scissors and I can just shave them off like so and put them right into my salad bowl. And you can look through here and see you might have a few that have a seed head still on them. If you've been diligent at picking off the seed heads, it's pretty easy to avoid that. So this is how I use up an entire tray of microgreens in one salad. And yes, I will do that. Sunflower microgreens are one of my absolute favorite ones to use. They have vitamin B, they have essential amino acids, vitamin E, and they are, in Ayurvedic medicine, seen as something that clears your lungs. So really powerful, wonderful microgreen to play around with. Now I've got a great little bed of greens here to start building my salad with. So I'm going to set that aside, and this tray over here, by the way, is the next microgreen that's popping up. They're reaching for the skylights up here. These are pea tendrils. And so I sprouted the little pea tendrils, and these ones I'm growing on a different medium. I decided to try the coconut sheets. All of these different mediums you can grow the microgreens on without soil are, of course, completely compostable. They're going to open up probably in about 2 days, and love them. I don't let these get too big because they'll get tough, but they're also another great thing to make salad with. So set those back over there, and then I just want to bring more colors and textures in here. I have some extra purple cabbage in the fridge, so I thought, why not? Let's put that in there. So I'm just going to take and slice this up thin. I love purple cabbage. All of the vegetables that have purple color are definitely powerhouses in antioxidants. So I'm always involving them. And the color, come on. Who can argue that the color isn't just fantastic? I mean, look at that. We've already got some stunning colors going on here. And why not put some carrot in too? I'm going to show you another little tool that I like to play around with when I'm making salads. Carrots can be a little too hard and crunchy on the mouth. This is a julienne peeler. And this makes little instant stringy julienne strips. Very long, skinny carrot strips that are beautiful to put into a salad. You can find these where you find peelers in your kitchen store, and you'll see they've got the ones, just look for the ones that have these little teeth on there. They look like just little metal teeth on there, and you can just slide them on any root vegetable. Looks like we've got quite a bit here. So, julienne peeler. Love those. Boom. Okay. Now, I have this wonderful radish that I got. I was making Asian wraps the other day from a local farmer, Nye Ranch, right up the highway here. And I could do the same. I could use the julienne peeler on this and put strips in there of it. But I think I'm going to change it up just to show you something different here. And I will cut this on a bias. A bias means that you're going to cut it on an angle. This is really the Asian method of getting julienne strips. The French have a much more laborious way of making julienne strips out of a round root vegetable. I love the Asian style. You just cut them on a bias like that, and then take your knife and run right through them. Boom. Julienne. So, super easy to do. Gorgeous. Look at all these colors we already have. And I'm just cleaning the fridge out. And this is going to be a delicious salad. I guarantee you. Cilantro. I had some cilantro. I just took the longer stems off. And they're full leaf, and I'm just going to leave them full leaf in this salad. Why not? We don't have lettuce going in, and so these are going to provide some of that kind of leafy green in the salad. So I'll put those in there. That's probably about, I don't know, a cup loosely or quarter cup packed. And then I always have, sometimes an onion will get away from me. This little Walla Walla sweet here. Look at all these wonderful onion greens that this is putting up. Are those fantastic or what? And a lot of times once an onion starts to bolt like that and send up greens, people will toss it and think, wow, it got away from me. Because the truth is they get all dried up and they're not as good inside once that happens. I just let them go. And let them grow in the kitchen, And you can go over anytime you're making a salad and just take these off. And they just keep coming. And I love having them growing in my kitchen. This is just right over on my allium dish here with the different garlic and stuff. And so I took those off, and I also had some scallions growing in a jar up here that I trimmed off. And just take those and, just cut them into tiny little bits, just like chives. They're kind of like chives. And so I have a mix in here of greens from the onion that I cut and scallions. And then there's also some in here from young spring garlic. So there'll be a garlicky flavor in here too. These are the young spring garlic. And this time of year, the farmers are thinning out the garlic. And so if you look at your farmer's market, and some of your garlic farmers might be just thinning out down the line for what will later grow into full garlic heads, but these aren't quite there yet. They're delicious to use in all kinds of different ways, the greens as well as the garlic. And they also put out these little fine tendrils here, and that's why I store them in water. I don't throw them in the fridge when I get home. And I change this water once a day. I'm in the kitchen, just change it out, keep it clean. But they just put up all of these wonderful little greens that you can chop and put into soups, or pasta, or salad. It's so great. I love having things growing in the kitchen, especially when they bring a lot to the party. So now we've got those in here. Look at this, is just looking so incredible. I'm also going to cut up a little bit of shallot. I found some shallot in my fridge, and that I'm going to put in the dressing. And I'm going to use Meyer lemon for the dressing as well. I love Meyer lemons, and they're actually a lemon in China that is like tangerine and lemon brought together. And they are a little bit more orange. You can see the color that you would think that this was an orange, not a lemon. But they're just sweet and delicious. I'm going to make a Meyer lemon dressing to put over this salad. As far as tomatoes go, when I'm putting together a salad like this, I actually prefer the little grape tomatoes. Grape tomatoes are really full of flavor, especially we're not far into the summer yet. And these are going to have more flavor and be more deep and red and flavorful this time of year. So I'm going to I just chopped them up, little rough chopped up those tomatoes, throw those in there. These are great for making sauces and soups and different things, but in salads I really do like the cherries or grape tomatoes. They hold on to all of their juice and when you're tossing it together, and I just like they work really well. So those I'll save for something else. And this is, by the way, the roots here of the glass that I took the greens, the scallions off of. And I did that this morning, and they are already shooting up little scallion runners straight out of there within a day, within hours. Boom! They immediately start shooting up another one. You can just keep these going. So on the lemon, I just use a little fork. I just put a little sieve over my jar here and poke it with a fork. I've already rolled it around to loosen it up so it'd be easy to squeeze. And squeeze it out. The sieve is just to catch the seeds. Now I'm using this jar instead of a bowl because this jar goes onto my TriBest. I have a little blender. If you're looking at getting a little blender for doing things on the side where you don't want to have to use the big Vitamix to make a little salad dressing. We're not making a huge amount of dressing here. I do recommend the TriBest because, and there's NutriBullet and all these other ones also, but the TriBest has a little flange you can buy that actually makes your mason jars fit right on the blender unit, and so it's really nice when you're blending something small like this. And then they're just in the jar ready to go, and you can put the dressing right in the fridge when you're done blending it. So we have some lemon in there. I'm also going to put in some cilantro infused white balsamic vinegar. And when I was on the Chef AJ's show, she sent me a gift of these wonderful balsamics that are created by California Balsamic, and this company makes a really great product. I recommend these, especially if you're trying to make salad dressings that are oil-free. And one of theirs was a cilantro, and I have organic white balsamic vinegar too, and I was out of theirs, and so I thought I'll just make my own. So I'm going to put some of that in there, and don't worry about the portions here. I'll write it all down below, and I'll have a pretty good idea. I'm going spontaneous here, but I'll be as clear as I can about what went into it. Mirin brings it. The lemon is going to be a little bit more on the sour side. And mirin, I do love. This is an organic mirin from Osawa. Really like that when I'm making sauces. I use it often in Asian sauces or salad dressings. So a little bit of that. so that I'm not having to put some sugar in there to counter the lemons. So I'm going to put that mirin in there. Then I have some Dijon, and this is my Dijon, and I do my own. I have two versions. I have one that is just soaked and sprouted Dijon that I make. And then this one is a fermented one. This was a lacto-fermented Dijon that I was playing around with and tried out recently, and I've got like 5 jars of it in the fridge, and it is excellent. I absolutely love how it turned out. First time I've done a lacto-ferment on the mustard seeds. It also had some like bell pepper in it and a few different things that were fermenting in with it. And you'll see that recipe. I'm sure I'll have it up on my YouTube channel soon enough. I was waiting to see how it turned out before I put it up on the channel. I'm putting a fairly good scoop of that in there. That's going to be my drama in the background. I love putting Dijon into dressings. It just works really well. And then I've got a little bit of heat here. I've got some microdiced garlic and Fresno chili. But I'm not going to put that in yet. I'm going to go ahead and blend, and then I'll put that in there and let it, and then we'll put it on the salad. Okay. So, but I'm going to also put this some shallot in there. I don't have to use this whole thing, and I'm just going to rough chop this because it's going to get blended up into the salad dressing, so I don't have to get too carried away with mincing it down into too tiny of. There we go. Put that into the jar, and we're ready to blend. And I have also a little pinch of white pepper. I like that for salad dressings. You could put a little pinch of salt in here. I'm going to do it without. I'm doing this one salt-free, and then I'll decide later when I have it in the salad if I want to put more salt in there. But I like to, when I'm using a lot of wonderful, nice, pungent ingredients, why not skip the salt? So if you don't need it, don't use it. We don't always have to have salt in everything. And so let's put on this little lid here. And you see why I like this. I'll try it. How easy is that? Boom. There we have our salad dressing. And like I said, the reason I like this is now I can just put a lid on this jar and store my salad dressing in the fridge. And it's ready to go. So my salad dressings are in the very jar. They just get blended in. I love things that are quick and easy like that. So now we are going to first taste it. Always want to do a taste test on your salad dressing before you pour it on, of course. Grab a tasting spoon here. Wow, I like that. So there it is. I'm going to put in the garlic and the Fresno chili. It's a powerful dressing, but that's going to be great. Use the end of the spoon here to stir that around. Oh, this is just going to be fantastic. So look at this bowl here. This is just gorgeous. We've got the cilantro, the tomatoes, the purple cabbage, the scallions, and spring garlic. Some drama here with this wonderful radishes from Nye Ranch. So good. My favorite, sunflower sprouts and carrot to counter all of these pungent flavors with some sweet. We've got the sweet from the tomato and the carrots. So it's all going to come together beautifully. Take my dressing. I'm actually probably going to use most of this dressing up here. Just tossing it on here. These are great if you don't know about these. I call them bear claws. They look like a grizzly's claws here. And These are made out of bamboo. If you have a store that it has one of those displays with the various different bamboo cutting boards and bamboo tools, you'll see these around. They've become very popular. I love them. They're just, when you're trying to move things together that are in long strips, like on this salad. All right. The colors are amazing. The smell coming up, I can tell that I'm going to be in heaven tonight. Now, you could, of course, go and serve this into a bowl like this, but to tell you the truth, I'm just going to eat it myself. So, you could portion it out, but this, actually, I threw this bowl, by the way. This came off my potter's wheel. This is one of my favorite styles of bowls that I threw with a small Asian foot on there. But this is my favorite salad bowl to just sit down and eat. I'm getting so much great colors and vitamins and phytonutrients and protein from a number of different sources, calcium. There's so much goodness in this salad. So it's so easy to be spontaneous and just use up what you have on hand. When you go to make a salad, number one, don't always think that you need to have lettuce to make a salad. If you're getting into growing microgreens, just take a whole tray and then build it from there. And many times they're sweet. Both the sunflower microgreens and the peach tendrils are sweet. And so I counter them with a lot of drama in other things, and it's delicious. So there you have it, my sunflower sprout spontaneous salad. In fact, this is so gorgeous, I gotta capture it. So, excuse me while I take a picture here. Wow. Now, if you want to know how to make beautiful, delicious, plant-based foods that will help in any healing process, I teach food as medicine. And hit like, hit subscribe below, and you can follow along on my YouTube channel. And if you want to take a deep dive, email me, plantfoodchef@gmail.com. I have a whole new series starting up where I will take you from seeds all the way to gourmet in creating incredible living foods that will absolutely be a complete mind, body, and soul makeover for your life.